And hello, everybody. Welcome to Quantum Family. We have a very, very special guest today. We have the Brazilian twins who are with us today. Of course, they're Brazilian. So, welcome, guys. How are you guys doing today?
Awesome.
Hey,
Hello, Quantum Family. We love
hello.
you guys. Thanks for having us. Yes, we are doing great.
Awesome, awesome. And let me also take a minute just to introduce our co-host, Debbie DiMaggio. Debbie DiMaggio is a real estate professional who has worked from San Francisco all the way up to Beverly Hills. She is a writer, she's a podcaster, she is everything you can imagine. Super wonderful to have her with us. Debbie DiMaggio just finished her latest book, which is Beauty at Any Age. And Jesus Lord, I do agree with her. Beauty is at any point, at any age. So welcome, Debbie. How are you doing today?
Great. Thank you, Javier. Hi, guys. It's so great to see you. So it's been
Hey.
way too long. Thank you for joining us today. We're super excited to have you.
Awesome. And just for you guys, myself, I am Javier Puga Phillips. I am also a real estate professional and also just have a book, Hijo del Universo, available in Spanish right now, where I'm going to talk to you guys about my learnings through my cancer as a cancer survivor. But please, Debbie, go ahead and start with your first question.
So my first question is, I want you to tell everyone how we met, and then the key to the topic today is connection. And you guys have had so many you've connected with so many people. I mean, serious stars and serious wealthy people and just regular people like me, but you've connected with so many people who have done a lot of great things for you because you guys are just super kind. And again, that's how we connected, just because we could tell of the kindness that we just both shared. So share with us first how we met, and then we'll elaborate more on all the great ways you've connected with people that have helped you in your journey.
Yes,
Yes.
beautiful. That's a beautiful topic.
Can I start?
No, I will start. I was on Instagram and I hashtag Los Angeles. So I went to the hashtag Los Angeles and I was all over the place seeing people's pictures and creeping on everybody. And then I ran into this lady and she seemed to be super interesting. Like the pictures are awesome. She was always surrounded by super cool people. So then I wrote you, right? I
Yeah,
said
connected.
something.
We connected on direct message. Yeah.
Yeah, we connected through direct message, and it was like a couple years until we actually met in person. But she liked what we did, and we liked what she was doing, and she seemed to know a lot of people, and it was pretty clear through her Instagram. So it was just like amazing connection.
Now, guys, for those of you that are watching us for the first time and don't know who we are, this story becomes even more important when you learn where we came from. My brother and I, we are called the Brazilian twins. We grew up in the slums of Brazil. And not too long ago, we were in California hanging out with Debbie. And this is what we are doing here today, talking about the connection. How did we get from the slums of Rio de Janeiro to be traveling all over the United States, including meeting people like this person there? So we are full of
Yeah,
stories here to
this
share with
topic
you
is
guys.
awesome because
Yes, we
I
love
would
it.
say, like, coming from the favela to where we are right now, 90% was connection.
Connections.
And we can tell you right now the importance of it. So watch this chapter of the podcast and the vlog, and you're gonna learn the importance of connection.
So because our audience doesn't know, and nor does Javier, share, and first of all, I didn't even know what a favela was until I met you guys. So share your story. We'll do many episodes with you guys, but share your story. It's really amazing of how you got from the slums of Brazil to where you guys are today.
All right, I'll try to be super quick here. Uh, like it was said here at the beginning, we are from Brazil. However, when you hear the word Brazil, all you come in my mind, in your mind, people's mind, is soccer, carnival, the beautiful beaches, beautiful woman. Yes, these are all true. However, the part where we grew up, not a lot of people are familiar with. We grew up in the slums of Brazil. Very, very poor place and very dangerous place. However, the danger that we grew up with is very different than the danger that a lot of people think is danger. When we were a teenager growing up in the slums, it was very normal for us to see our friends walking up and down the street with guns in their hands. It was also very normal to see them with grenades. They used to have
Oh,
grenades on themselves, just in a daylight, super normal. Not only that, it was also very normal to see our friends shooting and also getting shot. We lost a lot of friends growing up in the slums of Brazil. We're super violent. The part that you guys know here in the United States is also very different than what we learned in Brazil. We grew up in a house that we didn't have water to do anything in the house. For the longest time, we had to walk over a mile to bring water home, to do dishes, to make food, to take a shower. We had to bring the water in the buckets to do all the activities in the house that needed water. The high school where we went also no, we didn't have any type of resource like technology, Wi-Fi, all the things we have here in America today. Uh, so we, even though we grew up like that and we saw all of those stuff growing up, we turned out to be pretty um,
adventures.
adventurous. Yes. So we usually go out there and share our story with people just so they understand that we came from that reality and we are exploring a whole new world out here. So can you imagine how far you can go with all the things that you have available for you today?
You don't need to be a product of your reality.
Hmm.
And this is what we talk to people about. And again, connection
Hmm.
made a lot of that possible. Like we ran through some amazing people in our lives that made things possible for us.
Hmm.
So we are very passionate about this topic.
Wow,
How did
what
you
a
get?
what a fascinating story, learning from you guys. Like I say, my business partner is Brazilian, so I always have this connection with Brazil. I must go to Brazil. Actually, just listed a house in Brazil, in Rio de Janeiro, by the way. So, what an amazing story to hear and to actually see success. Because what you guys is talking about is correct. We're talking about connections, how this connects you to this thing and next thing. So just out of curiosity, so just one day just decided I'm moving to United States. Is that happened or how did that came about?
So good question. We were born in Rio de Janeiro and now we are living in Iowa. People are not people.
How did that happen?
Yes, exactly. So my brother and I, we are musicians. We travel all over the United States doing music, huge stages, huge events. And this question always come up. How did you come from Rio de Janeiro to Iowa? Connections. So this is how it happened. One day we were doing a show in Rio de Janeiro, Copacabana, beautiful place, with this orchestra that we started in the slums of Brazil. After the show, with only slum kids, kids from the slum playing classical music, it was beautiful. So after this show, two ladies came to ask us for an interview, and we gave part the interview behind the stage in the green room, and she was so fascinated about the story that she asked if she could come to our house to finish the interview. Detail: one of the ladies could not speak Portuguese.
She was American,
Was an American
and the
lady,
other lady was the translator.
was the translator, and she asked if she could come to our place to finish the interview. At the time, we were like, it is not a good idea because we lived in the slums, and like we said, we had our friends walking up and down the street with guns. Like, I was sure that she had never seen anything like that.
Mhm.
She convinced us to come to our house. Okay, let's do it. We did the interview, finished the interview at the house. She got to see everything that we are sharing here with you guys. She got to
Yeah.
see. And at the end of the interview, she said that the interview would air on NPR radio, which for us didn't make any sense. We didn't
It
know
didn't
what.
mean anything. We
Yeah.
don't care. NPR, okay, sure, sure.
So the interview aired on NPR. Somebody from Iowa was listening to the radio, invite my brother and I to play a show in Iowa. They brought us from Rio de Janeiro to play 2 songs in Iowa. It was super quick, the performance. We stayed here for 4 days to play 2 songs. And after that show, that performance, just he and I, a guy approached us and asked if we want to study at his university. So he was the the president of this university here in Iowa, the University of Northern Iowa, and he offers a full ride scholarship to learn music, and that's how we end up in Iowa.
Wow. That if
Yes, we
that's not
got
a
here.
connection.
Yeah, we got here 13 years ago with no English. We had
Zero.
no idea about the culture. We had no idea about how we could get here. We knew nothing because we didn't have internet back then. So we just literally hopped in the plane. Let's go have some fun. And here we are 13 years later.
How was that for your mother and father? Like what, when you said I'm going to Iowa, they didn't go with you, did they? They stayed back?
No, as a matter of fact, we didn't believe that it was gonna come true. So we didn't tell them until like a month before we left.
We knew there was a possibility of a scholarship, but we didn't want to alarm anybody with, hey, we are going to study. So we stayed quiet, and then out of nowhere, papers start getting to our house, mailing about the campus and all of that. It's like, oh, it might be happening. And then we got there, okay, yeah, it's happening. So then we were like, oh, by the way, we're leaving.
See ya, guys. So are they
Yeah.
still in Brazil?
They are still in Brazil, Rio de Janeiro.
Perfect.
Yeah, which is nice because it's a nice way for us to keep our roots there, you know. And not only that, they always come here to visit us. So it's a very nice a bridge that we create between our people, you know, in the United States, which, by the way, was such a far away
Yeah.
reality for
Yeah.
us to be doing what we are doing now. It was
Did you
crazy.
you probably never imagined that you would be in America.
No,
Ever.
no.
Speaking another language alone,
Yeah.
it was
As
like,
a matter of
what?
fact, when we got the scholarship, the idea was let's go there. We stay until they kick us out
Mhm,
because we thought like
mhm.
we didn't have school in Brazil. They want us to go to college. It's gonna be a mess. Let's go. Let's hang out. Let's just enjoy. Let's treat it as a vacation. They're gonna kick us out. There is no way
Yeah.
they are not because we have to learn the language
Yeah.
still, and then we go to college. So we came with nothing. They never kicked us out. We still here.
And you graduated, right? You graduated.
No,
Did you graduate?
no,
No.
we did not graduate.
Oh.
We stayed there for 5 years, but
Okay.
but then we started like on our third, fourth year,
Yeah,
or
third
third year, we got picked up by these agents, and they put us all over United States playing. So
Okay. So were you singing when you were in college doing
Yeah.
shows or?
yeah,
Okay.
we are representing the university. They literally like we were the how do you say? Whenever they had big events,
Yeah.
they would put us in the front there. Okay, twins,
Oh,
we
okay.
need you for this event. So we start representing the university, you know, playing, welcoming people, and doing our thing. And they start growing, and they start getting busy and busy doing what we
And
do.
so we start
music.
touring, doing colleges. Like as we were in college, we start
God.
touring, and then we found out, okay, this is it. This is what we want. This is what we like. So we had a meeting with the president to tell him, hey, we are touring. We found ourselves. This is what we want to do. We want to be full-time musician because we went to school for music education, and we figured out that we didn't want to be in a classroom. Like it was like, okay, we are not going to be teaching like the rest of our lives. There is no way. So we chose the stage, and he was extremely happy about it because I think that's the function of college, to find ourselves. And he was very proud and happy. So we had a good
Wow.
meeting that day, and then we just like boom, hit the road.
So tell us about which instruments you guys play,
Oh yeah.
and then tell us about and how you chose those instruments, and then what's it like what's your mindset and what's it like being at a concert? I've seen you guys play in small venues, but not in the big venues. And I've seen online you play huge venues. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, we love. I mean, just cutting through here. We love the big shows. This is where
That's
we
when we
live
decide,
for.
okay, this is it. That's what we want to do. ACR
Energy,
college,
probably
and
takes
those
some-
big,
Of course.
yeah, the
Yeah,
big
it's so
events
much
was
fun.
like, okay, this is it, guys. I
Yeah.
love this. We love being in front of a bunch of people. So that's when you decide. But I play violin.
And I play the ukulele.
Yeah. So it's vocals. I do vocals, violin, and ukulele. It's super crazy. And we do like pop music, hip hop,
Hip hop,
Mm,
some rock, some
yeah,
old
yeah,
rock.
yeah, yeah.
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 It's way better on the show, on
Yeah,
the stage
than
than
Describe a show to us.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, yes.
you guys are obviously very, very talented. You know, I was watching your YouTube video. I was watching the Hallelujah
Oh,
video
thank
you
you.
guys
Yeah.
made, and that was gorgeous because Hallelujah is one of those songs that you need to be talented in order to look good. And you guys did it in this empty, crazy church that it was like falling off. I was loving this. So, question: how did that video came about? And also, are you guys doing some performing online? Because I know that right now big venues are no go because of COVID. But are you guys doing like something online where we can just go and stream or something like that?
So just covering the video idea, that was literally connection.
Oh yeah.
We have a photographer here in town.
He does all our videos.
Yeah, he did the video. So he does all of our videos and he lives in town, but he travels all over taking pictures of places, you know. And one day he came up with this picture. Hey guys, check this out, this place I found. And we were like, okay, we gotta go there and shoot a music video there. So we literally ran here to a studio, recorded the song, and went all the way to Gary, Indiana. It's 7 hours away from here. That video was shot in Gary, Indiana, in an abandoned cathedral. Huge place.
It's massive.
We had never been there before, and we would probably not find that place if it wasn't for the connection that we had with this photographer.
He was the one that's like, "Hey, there is this place. Let's go." And now that video is what it is. Like he literally like took us there. Let's go shoot there. It was amazing. That place. It was freezing, by the way. It was snowing inside of the church.
Yeah.
It was
It
snowing.
was
because
snowing?
Yeah.
Oh, it's such a beautiful video.
It's gorgeous. Actually, we're going to link that particular video right here, guys, so you guys can watch it because I fell in love with you guys with this video. You know, like I said, it's super original. So we'll make sure to post that in here. But yes, you know, amazing. And what about people who want to see you guys live right now?
Oh yeah. So because of COVID, we of course we had to readjust, and we do a lot of corporate. Oh my God, we do a lot of corporate on Zoom, and yeah, a lot of stuff like this. We did a whole Christmas show here. We did 3 days.
Yeah, we did 3 days
Christmas
of
concert.
Christmas concert, but like legit.
Yeah,
it was super nice. Super nice.
So
But
we do stuff like
at the
that.
beginning, when COVID hit us, we were in LA in March, like around March. And we, of course, we had to come back home because everything was super weird. They
Yeah,
start
it was
closing
weird.
everything. At the beginning of that cycle of COVID in March, we were super present online, doing a lot of online virtual shows. However, as we got more in depth into COVID, we start using that time to be more creative. So then we got out a little bit of the cameras, you know, to write songs and shoot videos. So we have a wonderful project coming up with a lot of new songs and a lot of new videos. So this is how we use the time that COVID provided us with, you know,
to
like
create.
just to be
Because we
creative.
were on the road, like we were traveling like a lot. We did how many shows to
2019 we did over 150 show all over the United States.
Oh wow!
spent 2 weeks in Alaska.
Yeah, 2 weeks. We did over 40 shows in Alaska. So it was
Wow.
great. Yeah, and we didn't have that much time to be creative, you know, because we are always on the go. We were in Alaska, we were in Pennsylvania, we were in Washington State,
Los
we were in
Angeles,
Michigan, we
hanging
were
out
in
with Deb in Los Angeles.
That was
It's,
crazy, man. Just
of
hanging out with Deb in Los Angeles
celebrities.
took a lot of our energy, you know.
What I love about you guys is you have never forgot your roots, and we were sitting at a bar on Sunset, and it was so cute. I think you were communicating I think on Facebook Messenger with your friends back in the favelas in Brazil.
Yeah, we
And
were
I just,
showing them the cars. Remember the cars that were driving by, like, wow.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
Yeah.
so great because you're still in touch with all those people.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
asked you, they want to come here, and you said no, they're happy there. I think you said.
yeah, yeah.
yeah. It's that's why at the beginning of this, I was trying to find a word better than success. I I try to be careful with the word success because success is such a uh, how do you say, it can vary from person to person what success means. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
somebody, a lot of people connect the idea of success with having money, and it's not or being a pop star or being a NBA player, and that's not really what success
It's
means.
relative.
It's super
Success
relative.
for me is everything he said.
No, I could not agree more with you guys because it's true. Everybody's gonna have their own definition of success, and like I was talking earlier, for me, success was actually winning the battle against cancer. Which was something that for me doesn't cost money, but sure costs a lot of energy, time, and work.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So for us to be that day there, we are having a lunch or grabbing a drink with Deb in Sunset Boulevard. All we knew about that place until that point there was through movies. We only saw that area through the movies, and then one day we are there grabbing a martini and some snacks. That was super awesome, just like rich people walking by, driving those crazy cars. So that was super nice.
And there you were.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
yeah, that's another thing. We try to, and a lot of it comes natural, but we appreciate life a lot. Every little thing, every moment, like that one. I have so many pictures of that day. Like, wow, this was a
Wow.
beautiful day just to start.
That
The
was a
sky
beautiful
was
day.
beautiful,
Yeah.
blue. The weather was amazing. The place was awesome. The food was amazing.
Yeah, it was
I
amazing.
still
And
know
that's
to today what each one of us ate and how much it cost. Creeper. Just kidding. I don't.
now, do you have any plans to come back to once COVID is kind of under control? Do you think you'll try to come to LA? And because I
Yes.
know everyone other besides me, you have many people who want you to. I mean, you're already doing amazing. You're already, in my book, super successful, and you're already playing all those concerts, 150 concerts in a year. That's insane. But I know like LA would be the next step. So do you guys have plans to come to LA?
Yes, we are just talking now. We are gonna try to go in April. It's just still not clear. Like depending on how it's gonna be, but maybe April.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right. I guess a
Yeah.
question: what is the most important state music-wise between is LA or is it Tennessee? Because I hear a lot about Tennessee as
They're
well.
different style. That's a very good question. That's a very good question. Tennessee is, I might be wrong, but they are definitely more like the country music, like
God.
Earth and so it's very, very country, and we went there, we went to Nashville, and it's like really hardcore music everywhere. That's all they talk. Everybody wear boots and the cowboy hat. It's super like country. And I feel like Los Angeles more like pop, more,
Yeah.
those top 40s,
Yeah. That was another place also, by the way, Nashville. We never thought we would
Yeah.
ever visit Nashville, and then we were one
Yeah.
day.
Yeah,
You've
it
been
was,
everywhere. Where haven't you? Have you been to every state now in the country?
The main
most
states,
of it,
New
yeah.
York, Florida, quite a bit in Florida, New
Yeah.
York. We love New York also.
Yeah,
Yeah, we hang
everywhere.
out a lot in New York. We were there for a couple shows there. We hang out in the Brooklyn for like a week or so. It was super like what?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
We travel a lot.
Yeah, we travel a lot. Yeah,
Yeah.
and Alaska also gorgeous.
Gorgeous. Alaska is like wow.
Alaska, Washington State,
Never been.
Yeah, Alaska is
California,
unbelievable.
also San Diego, San Francisco. We have been to all the major cities.
Man, I love San Francisco. Where are you, Debbie?
I'm just looking at San Francisco.
Wow, I knew it. I
Yeah.
love San Francisco.
20 minutes from San Francisco.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. And that's another part of connection that I think it's very important. Like uh, everywhere we go, we make a friend. So it's super cool. Now we can go anywhere and there is somebody there to either host us or to help us with something, show us the place. That like every state, there is somebody that we can count on to do something and to have a more successful experience in the place just through connections. Like it's super cool. We have friends in Europe, so I'm already planning trips in Europe. Like almost every country that we have somebody that we know that went to school that we can, hey, I'm going to stay with you and then I'm going to stay with and then stuff like that. It's super cool.
And when you talk about connection, one of the very strong themes nowadays for connection is the social media. Né? It's becoming even more and more strong and prevalent in today's society. We are not too long. Last week we were giving a motivational speech, and somebody asked us what we are doing nowadays and how social media has been affect us. And here we go. When we talk about connection, it's more than clear that social media is super strong and present in today's society. You know, we have YouTube, we have Instagram,
Everything.
everything.
We don't even know.
However, I think that if you are wise and you know how to use those platforms, you can get so much out of it. You know, it can hurt you if you know, don't know what you are doing, or if you, because another very important thing for our living and success is time. You
Yeah.
know, we can it's very easy to waste a lot of time watching videos on YouTube or Instagram and stuff. So if you know how to use those platforms, you can be super successful and create a lot of nice connection like we are talking about here.
I totally agree with you guys because social media is such an important thing today. And I personally don't think that social media is good or is bad. I just think that it makes you more or shows more what you already are. Meaning you follow some people that are assholes, and they're going to put horrible stuff. Then you turn around and you follow such a beautiful accounts like Debbie DiMaggio, who is talking, always have a kind word, always have a word of wisdom, always have something to add to your life. And you want to follow her. You want to know what she's up to because she is adding something positive into your life. So I totally agree with you guys. You know, social media is such an important thing, especially in times of COVID. I mean, right now I am in Portland. You guys are in Iowa. I was in San Francisco, and here we are broadcasting in all Europe. How about that? North America.
Yes, yes. So where are you, Javier?
Portland.
Portland.
So this is the place that we haven't been.
We haven't been.
Portland. I love it. I love Portland. It's gorgeous.
But
there.
apparently they don't like us there. They haven't invited us.
They haven't invited. But we
We're
have
gonna
been
have to change that.
Washington State, and it's gorgeous. We've been to Bellingham. We've been to, what's the name of the other one?
Yeah.
Puyallup. Where is Puyallup? Puyallup happening? I forgot the name. Anyway, but we are all over Washington State, close to you, but we never made it there.
Never crossed.
So check this out. Talking about connection. My God, this I totally forgot about it. We were in Washington State in an Airbnb, and we are going to our room, and we are carrying the instrument. This group of people asked us, "Hey, what are those?" It's like, "Oh, it's a violin and ukulele." Oh, nice, nice. It was like, let me show you here. And then we played for them a song. It was a couple, older couple. Mm-hmm. So we played them a song. Next day, they knock on your door. Hey, what are you guys doing today? Check this out. What are you guys doing today? It's like, oh, just hanging out. They're like, you want to fly? Excuse me, what do you mean? It's like, I got an airplane. Do you want to fly? It was like, let's go. Debbie, we got in the airplane. We flew over, what's the name? Canada.
Oh,
yeah. We went to Canada, flew, and then we landed. Check this out. We landed in an island, one of those islands there, and had lunch the entire day. And then we got in the plane again. It was just because we said hello.
Yeah, out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Love that. That's
amazing.
It's like when people meet you, everyone is just so I don't know. You're just so, you both are so warm and so kind. It's like, and this happens to you, I know, all the time. What an amazing day. And it was in Washington, right? It was like all the beautiful islands in Washington.
Yeah, all those islands. It was amazing. They're like, let's have lunch. And then we landed.
The day was beautiful.
Gorgeous day. Like, it was amazing. So we landed. It was one of those super small airplanes. I had never flown one of those. And it was super interesting. You're like, wow. So there we were flying with strangers and eating. It was amazing experience just because we said,
how fun.
Yeah.
So Javier, do you have any more questions? Because I want to know if they'll play a little something for us.
Oh, play? I don't even have my
First.
instrument here. Hold on.
At least we want to see those cute little instruments, especially the ukulele.
Let's save the playing for the second one. Is that okay?
Okay.
Perfect. Let's do this
I
then.
don't have my instrument here. In my house, and I left it there.
No, for sure. So that's also another reason for people to tune in and watch the second one.
Well, perfect. So
So-
let's do this. Why don't you guys share with us how can our viewers find you? Your Instagram handle, YouTube. How do we find you?
I don't know. Just kidding. No. We are the B2Wins. It's short for Brazilian Twins. But if you type Brazilian Twins, you can find us. But our handle name is B2 WINS. B2 WINS. And then you can find everything. But if you type Brazilian Twins, you can also find. We have videos on YouTube. We have Instagram. We have TikTok. We blew up.
Oh, TikTok.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
Yeah, TikTok is crazy.
And find us online is nothing but a very nice way to follow our journey, you know.
Yeah.
Through some of the subject we are talking here, you can see us going around and meeting people and creating connections.
Guys, I want to dive in the subject because I know you guys have super cool stories, and we have some super like crazy stories about connection. We meet the right person at the right place, and boom, it just exploded into something that was like, what?
Can I share one more story here of
Oh,
connection?
please do.
Okay, so we were in California once. My brother and I were for our manager. I don't know what happened, but because of this lady that we met there, we were playing in the red carpet for the Hollywood people, only famous people.
The Grammys.
The Grammys.
That was
Right.
Debbie. Debbie hooked us up for the Grammys. That was amazing.
Javier, it's like straight out of a movie.
That was cool, Debbie.
That
Oh,
was,
amazing. We did the and we were dancing with Bonnie Pointer,
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
dancing with you and singing with you,
I
and
have videos.
it was amazing.
Yeah, so
And we did it
That's a very
that
good
was-
example of connection.
Yeah, like-
So we met Debbie through Instagram, and boom, there we are with celebrities hanging out in Los Angeles. Like, what?
and
They
nonetheless,
wanted them to come back every year. And you guys were so busy you couldn't come back, but everyone loved it. It was the
Yeah,
gift.
they liked it.
and
was
nonetheless, we were there in front of all those celebrity people that we have seen on TV, which is crazy. And then in an event that had never had music before.
Oh yeah, that was the first time they
That
had
was the
live
first
music.
time they ever had live music, and then we were like,
But you
yo,
know, the most weird part was there was a lot of celebrities, and every time they walked in, they would look at Debbie like, oh, Debbie, oh, hello. And we were like,
Debbie's
what?
here.
Who
Yeah.
is Debbie then? Like, what do they know that we don't? Everybody knew who we were then.
Of course, everybody knows Debbie. I'm
Yeah,
telling
it
you.
was like, wait a minute.
I hang out too many times with Debbie on Sunset Plaza, and it should be just renamed Di DiMaggio Plaza. Just call it.
Yeah,
say.
yeah. The celebrities were asking for autographs for Debbie. I was like, wait a minute, what's going on here? It was
Well,
awesome.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, guys, for your time. And everybody, please make sure to follow the Brazilian Twins. And next time when we come back, they are going to have live music for us. So we're looking forward to have you guys. Make sure to follow them in all kinds of social media, Brazilian Twins or B2Wins. And we are Quantum Family. Will look us for us, and awesome.
They have to watch the second one because I really want to dive in this topic because we are gonna blow you.
Okay.
minds with what we have done with connections. Like, it's crazy.
Awesome.
Yeah, I cannot wait to meet you in person, my friend.
Yeah, and I want to hear your story, and I want to hear from both of you what was the crazy connection thing that happened to you guys.
For sure. We'll share it next time. Thank you very much, and see you guys soon. So wrap here.